Welcome to Easy English by Eddie Singh, and today we are going to do grammar synthesis of sentences. Now, Ritik, the very first question that comes to your mind that what is synthesis?
Sir, what is synthesis?
Well, before we come to know synthesis, let us know the antonym of synthesis, that is analysis. What is it? Tell me. Analysis. Unless we know analysis, we can't really understand synthesis, because analysis means splitting the parts of sentences, or analyzing the sentence into different clauses. Say like that. Analysis means analyzing the sentences into different clauses, or in another way you can say that splitting the clauses from a sentence. So like that. Splitting, yes, Ritik. Analysis is defined as separating the two clauses or more than two clauses from a sentence. And just opposite of that, synthesis is defined as combining two or more clauses into a sentence. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Let us go side by side. First we will know analysis, then we'll know synthesis. So let's go to analysis and then together with synthesis. Analysis, synthesis together. Then only you'll understand it better. Well, you'll ask Dhananjay a question. Sir, tell us how to analyze a sentence. How to analyze a
sentence.
Yeah. I'm just giving you an example. Look at that. He said that he was guilty. He was guilty. Look at that sentence, please. Now, Ritik.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, there are two clauses. The first clause, the main clause, is he said. And the subordinating clause is this is subordinate clause. Absolutely right. So the helping clause is that he was guilty. And the main clause is he said. Now, how to know which is main clause and which is subordinate clause? Very simple question. Yes. Whenever we analyze a sentence, we should find out the subordinating conjunction. What should we find out? Tell me.
Subordinating.
Yeah, the conjunction. Now, obviously, the subordinating conjunction is that. What is here? That. Because that connects the two parts of these sentences. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And therefore, he said that is a subordinating conjunction. That is a
subordinating.
And therefore, the clause beginning with that will be subordinating clause. Remember, a subordinating clause always begins with a subordinating conjunction. Say like that. Or connector. Say like that. A subordinating clause always begins with a subordinating conjunction. Now some more examples we'll take. Look at that here. Where there is will, there is way. Where there is will, there is a way. There is a way. Look at that. Where there is will, there is a way. Now obviously, where is a conjunction? Where is a conjunction? Therefore, the part of the sentence where there is a will is a subordinating clause. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
This is a subordinating clause. And there is a way is a main clause. So obviously, we have picked out where that is a subordinating conjunction. That is a
subordinating.
So any part of the sentence beginning with a subordinating conjunction is a subordinating clause. Is a
subordinating.
Obviously, it could be where, when, what, that, yes, whereas, whenever, till, until, unless. All the subordinating conjunctions are connecting words. Now, then you ask, sir, talk about synthesis now, because side by side, unless you talk about synthesis, how can we really understand analysis and synthesis? Now, synthesis means combining two parts of a sentence. Let us take two parts of a sentence. Look at that. He is known, and then second sentence, he is a writer. Now look at the two sentences. He is known, he is a writer. We want to combine it. If we add a conjunction that, he is known that he is a writer. He is known that he is a
writer.
He is known
That he is a writer.
that he is a writer. So if we add that, he is known that he is a writer. That he is a
writer.
Now obviously the second part of the sentence is connected with that. Connected with
That.
The same thing we did here. We pick out the connector and the part of the sentence beginning with the connector, we split it as a subordinating conjunction. And the main clause was obviously visible. Visible or not? Tell me.
Yes.
Here also, he is known is the main clause. He is known as the
main clause.
So we have taken help of the subordinating conjunction that.
That.
Taken help of the
That,
sub.
that.
Now the question arises, how to know, sir, that only that will be added or when will be added? So for that purpose, we have to understand different types of clauses. So like that. For synthesis,
For synthesis,
we have to understand
we have to understand
types of clauses.
types of clauses.
Unless we distinguish between a noun clause or an adjective clause or a noun clause and a verb clause, we cannot really combine the sentences in a correct way.
Correct way.
So in order to combine or in order to synthesize two clauses, we need to understand clauses. Need to understand?
Clauses.
So now you ask, sir, well, while you are analyzing the sentence, it is very easy. We are picking out the connector and then we are separating it from that. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
But while synthesizing, we are not sure what we are going to do. Which conjunction we are going to use for combining two parts of the sentence. For that reason, let us go, part-wise. Today we will talk about noun clause. What we are going to talk about?
Noun clause.
Noun clause. Ask, sir, what do you mean by noun clause?
What do you mean by noun clause?
Very good. A noun clause is basically defined as a clause which works as noun. Works as
Noun.
Now you ask, sir, what are the functions of noun?
What are the functions?
Yeah, there are 4 functions of noun. Now answer, what are they? What are they?
What are they?
Obviously, a noun can work as a subject in a sentence. Say like that. A noun can work as a subject in a sentence.
Subject in a sentence.
A noun can work as an object to a verb.
A noun, an object in a verb.
Noun can walk
Can walk.
as an object to a verb.
As an object.
Noun can work as a complement.
Noun
Can work as a complement.
can work as a complement.
And noun can also work as an object to a preposition. Object to a
preposition.
Obviously, noun has 4 functions. Let us revise once again. So like that, a noun can be a subject in a sentence.
A noun can be a subject in
A
a
noun
sentence.
can be an object to a verb.
A
A noun can be an object to a verb in a sentence.
A noun-
A noun can be a complement.
A noun can be
A
a
noun
complement.
can be an object to a preposition. Object to
Preposition.
Obviously, there are 4 functions. Now you ask, sir, which definition of noun will be applied in this case, in the case of synthesis? Ask.
What?
The definition that we are going to now apply is the second one. A noun can be an object to a verb. Object to a
Verb.
Let us see how we are going to make or how we are going to identify noun clause by the use of that very question, an object to a verb. Object to a
Verb.
I am picking out one example. Look at that. Look at the sentence, please. Yeah, I know. Second sentence, she is a doctor. She is a
Doctor.
Now look at that. I know that she is a doctor. I know that.
She is a doctor.
Ask question. What do you know? What do you know? What is the answer? Yes,
That
Manish.
she is doctor.
Yes, that she is a doctor. So the answer to the object to the verb know is what do you know? Here,
She is a doctor.
she's a doctor is that she's a doctor is an object to the verb know.
Yes.
Ask how. What do you know? What do you?
No.
The answer is that she's a doctor. This one is the answer.
That's
The answer of your question is that she's a doctor. That means the second definition of identifying noun clause has been applied. Has been
applied.
And that means a noun clause can be an object to a verb in the main clause. In the
Main clause.
ask, what do you know? I know that she's a doctor. That she's a
Doctor.
In the same way, take another example. She couldn't understand what the teacher taught. What the teacher taught. Okay, tell me. Now, yes, Ritik. Ask question. What couldn't she understand?
What couldn't she understand?
What the teacher taught. What the teacher
Talk.
taught. So that part of the sentence, what the teacher taught, is a noun clause. Is a
Noun clause.
because it is an object to the verb understand. Ask the question. What couldn't she understand?
What couldn't she understand?
Understand is the verb in the main clause, and the answer is what the teacher taught. What the teacher
Taught.
So obviously, a noun clause is an object to the verb in the main clause. Object to the verb in the
Main clause.
and that is the easier way to identify noun clause. Noun clause can be identified very easily. Very
Easily.
So now let us take two more example of synthesizing. Now you ask, sir, tell us some of the popular, conjunctions which are beginning words of a noun clause. Beginning words of
Noun clause.
now they are
They are.
that.
That.
First one is that. Second one is if. Ask, what is the second one, sir?
If.
Second one is if. Third one is whether. 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 Then ask the fourth one, sir. When. Fifth one, where. Sixth one, like that. When, where. Then there is, how, why. How, why. Yes, like that. We can say what also. What, who, whose. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Who, whose, etc. Now, these are the words which connect noun clause. Which connect
Noun clause.
Now we will take some examples how these words appear in the sentence. Let us take one second example. We'll take. Everybody was pleased for she was honest. Look at that. Everybody was pleased. Everybody was pleased for she was honest. Pleased for she was honest. Now tell me, what is noun clause here? For
is
she was
noun
honest. For she was
honest.
and what is the main clause here? Everybody was pleased. Everybody was.
Please.
Similarly, let us take some more example. I say that she is a good woman. Say that. I say that. Yes, Ritik. I say that she is a good woman.
Sir,
Now
I
okay.
I
say that. Yes,
Main
I
clause,
say. I say is the main clause. That she is a good woman. That she is a
Good woman.
Similarly, let us take the example of who also. Yes. I know who he is. I know who he is. मुझे पता है वो कौन है. So what do you know? Who he is? Who?
Is.
That is the noun clause. I know who he is. Like that, two more example. I wonder whether he will come. I wonder whether he will come. Whether he will come. Now tell me, what is noun clause here, Manish? Whether he will come.
Whether he will
What
come.
do you wonder? You wonder whether he will come. Whether he will
Come.
So, what do you wonder? Wonder is verb here. Whether he will come. So, this is an object to the verb wonder. Object to the verb.
Wonder.
So, the best way, to identify noun clause, I am going to give, examples. First, I say, a noun clause can be an object to a transitive verb. Object to a
Transitive.
Now, that example I have given. Now, second, you ask, sir, what is the second way?
What
Ask,
is the second
ask,
way?
sir, what is the second way? Second way is that a noun clause can be an object to a preposition. I told you now. A noun clause can be an object to a preposition. Object to what?
A preposition.
Preposition. Very good. A noun clause can be an object to. Then you ask, sir, give us one example of this kind.
Example.
One example, sir. At least give us one example. One
Example.
Yes. I believe in what she said. Look at that. I believe in what she said. What she said. Manish. Now, what is in here? Manish.
Yes,
In
sir.
is preposition.
Yes, sir.
So, beginning with in, what she said. This is the noun clause. I believe is the
Main clause.
And in what she said. So, in what she said is an object to the preposition in.
Yes, sir.
What is that? In what she said is an object to the preposition in. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So I believe is the main clause. Is the
Main clause.
and in what she said.
Noun clause.
Yeah. Now you ask, sir, what is the third case? Ask.
Sir, what
The
is the
third
third
case
case?
is that a noun clause can be a complement of a verb. Complement of a
Verb.
Yeah. Let us take complement of a verb. Ask, sir, how?
How, sir?
Give us one example.
Give us
I am giving one example. Very simple example I am giving you. The hope is that she will succeed. Say, the hope is that, say like that. The hope is that
The hope is that
she will succeed.
she will succeed.
Now tell me, what is here main clause?
That's civil.
The hope is.
The hope.
And that she will succeed.
Noun clause.
Now this is a complement to the verb is. Ask question. What is the hope?
What
What
is the
is the-
hope?
That she will succeed.
That's
So
So
civil.
the whole part of the sentence, that she will succeed, is a complement to the verb is. The whole part of the sentence, that she will succeed, is the complement of the verb is. So a noun clause can be a complement to a verb also. So like that. A noun clause can be an object to a verb in the main clause, transitive verb, say like that. A noun clause
Noun clause
can be an object to a transitive verb.
can be an object to a
A noun
transitive.
clause
A noun clause
can be object to a preposition.
Can be
A noun clause can be an object to, as a complement to a verb,
verb.
and then take another example. Ask, sir, what is that?
So what is that?
A noun clause can be subject of a verb. Subject of a
verb.
Yeah, let us take subject of a verb. Subject of a verb. Ask, sir, what is the example?
What is
I
the
am giving you example. Subject of the verb. It is true what he knows. It is true what he knows. It is true what he knows. What he
knows.
Now tell me, what is the subject here?
What is the subject here?
What he knows is the subject of the verb is. Subject of the verb. It is true. It is
True.
Now ask, what is true?
What is true?
What he knows.
What he knows.
So this is the object. Say like that. This is the subject
This is the subject.
of the verb. Subject. This is the subject
This is the
of the
subject.
verb is. Ask
Of the
question.
verb.
Ask question. What is true?
What is true?
The answer is what he knows.
What he knows.
Another example. The best example. Another example. Yes. It is not known when she will come. Tell me. It is not known. It is not known. Not known. Yes, please. When she will come. When
She will come.
Now tell me. Just tell me.
It is not known.
It is not known is the
Main clause.
When she will come is the subordinate clause. But when she will come is a subject of the verb is. Yes. What is not known? When she will come. So this is the subject of the verb is. Subject of the verb
Is.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And therefore we can say, now summarize. A noun clause can be an object to a transitive verb. Say like that.
A noun clause can be
can be an object to a transitive verb.
can be an object to a
A noun
transitive.
clause
A noun clause
can be an object to a preposition.
can be an object to a
A
preposition.
noun clause
A noun clause
can be a subject
can be a subject
of a verb.
of a verb.
A noun clause
A noun clause
can be a complement of a verb.
can be a complement of
A noun clause
A noun clause
can also be
can also be
an apposition
and a
to
position
another noun.
to another noun.
So there are 5-6 ways we can identify noun clause. We can,
Identify noun.
and that is how we have started analysis and synthesis together. Analysis
Synthesis.
and we shall continue it in the next class.
Next class.
Thank you very much.